Hi, so I am all about sharing in 2019, sharing, creating, learning, and expanding. So, as part of that, I've decided to do a couple of short videos about how I do what I do because I want to share with other people to inspire them. Oh, sorry, just give me that. And also, I love to get feedback and hear how you create things and how you share and how you develop your ideas as well. So I thought I'd create a couple of live videos over the next few weeks to share what I've done to build Blossom and Berry the way it is and the kind of creative process that I go through in order to grow, develop and expand Blossom and Berry. So this video is all about course creation, how I create my courses, because I've been creating courses now for probably over 15 years. And do you know what? It's something that I love the most about my job, because underneath everything that you see, I am a real geek. I have always loved learning. I was labelled as SWAT when I was at school because I absolutely loved doing my homework. I loved researching. I love reading. I love learning. I love expanding. In fact, my perfect idea of a weekend would be going off to learn how to do something, learn and grow and expand. And I naturally love creative things. So in my spare time, I really like reading. I like things around film. I like things around theatre. I like things around art. That's my sort of natural space. But when I discovered baby massage, which obviously is a very niche subject, my love for understanding how children's brains grow with love and how parenting is, in my opinion, the most important job in the world, that passion to make sure that all parents know that they are amazing and that they can really support and nurture their children with everything they already have, and the importance of growing babies knowing that they are loved. So every single human being grows up knowing that they're loved, that they're accepted. That is so important to me that it kind of took over my life. And pretty much most of the time I'm reading a book on baby massage, baby yoga, or oxytocin, infant mental health, maternal mental health, neurobiology, all of those different things. So I'm a self-confessed geek, and I think that's one of the reasons why I have enjoyed writing my courses so much. And the feedback that I get from my students is that my courses are really fully comprehensive. So I just wanted to talk you through kind of process that I go through when I create an online course. So first of all, with the online course, you have to have an idea, and the idea should be something that excites you, that you feel that you want to research and write on and blog on and vlog on freely. So if you're not excited about your subject, I wouldn't go there in the first place. So first of all, that's important to have that idea of what it is you want to educate people on and what it is you want to share. And then the second thing is to make sure that there is an actual need for that particular subject matter, and also that when you're teaching people, it's with an intention that they can use it in some way that will be useful for them. So it might be just for educational purposes, or it might be that it solves a problem for them, or it might be that it inspires them, or it might be that it helps them to change their mindset or give them new ways to express themselves or bring about kind of fulfilled action in their lives. So make sure that you're marrying up both your desire to teach and educate with a genuine need for that education, and that your course that you are creating is going to help serve your audience. So in my experience, just focusing on baby massage rather than the other courses I do, the reason why I wrote my baby massage course was because I'd had a personal experience which was transformational, in that I discovered baby massage and all of the benefits for myself and for my baby Emily. And I wanted to share that with as many people as I possibly could. And so I was teaching in my local practice. And I was seeing maybe 100 mums a year, 150 mums a year, but I knew by teaching other people what I was teaching successfully, I'd be able to build a network out. So the desire and the passion to write the course came from my own personal experience and interest and research, and the need was because I wanted to connect with more parents across the world through my network of teachers. Now, I also knew that by teaching baby massage, I would be able to give parents a lifestyle which would enable them them to spend more time with their children, because that is what I was doing, and that was giving me a lot of personal joy and happiness. I also wanted to share that. So when I created the baby massage instructor course, I knew that I would be able to support more parents and babies and grow babies with love across the world, and I would be able to give parents a flexible part-time business that enabled them to be with their children, do what they love, and really make a difference in the world. So there was lots of boxes I was ticking, which made me aware that when I created my course, I would be able to offer it to people. And, you know, that's what happened. I was able to attract lots of students into my practice straight away. And obviously it's important to do research as well. So I knew that there were other baby massage training providers on the market. So I knew there was already a market for that. And at that point, I just want to say that if there is someone out there who's already doing a course that you want to write, please don't let that put you off, because you are unique, you are special, you are you. Nobody is like you, and no one can express themselves or create in the way that you can. So even if there's somebody out there who is already doing the course, please don't be challenged or waste any of your time and energy looking at what they're doing or worrying about what they're doing. Focus all of that attention on you. In fact, a lot of the competitors in the baby massage market are my own previous students that I've taught, who've now become training providers. And I don't see that as a threat or a challenge. I see that as a compliment to the fact that my training inspired them to go on to be training providers. And the natural path of the way that we evolve is that the student always becomes a teacher anyway. So please don't feel threatened by competition. So you have your course, and then the next thing that I do is I start to read into my subject. So I spend a lot of time reading books. I read books, make notes, and I watch a lot of videos. I am always Googling into my subject. I read research papers, I read PDFs. I really spend a lot of time getting as much information as I can from as many different sources on baby massage, because I want to see the subject in a 360 way. I want to hear what everybody else is having to say about the subject, so that I can find my own voice and have my own opinion and express myself in that way. So that's the part of the process that I really enjoy, but it does take quite a lot of time. And to do this, you have to be super disciplined. You need to switch off all distractions and carve time out in your diary to read, to watch, to study. And sometimes it can feel a little bit self-indulgent to do that, but actually that is what you need to do. You can't create a comprehensive course without dedicating your time and giving it your love and energy to be the best that it can be. Because if it's superficial and if it is just kind of put together with not too much love and care, people will see that and they will give you feedback that reflects that. So remember, whenever you are in the process of creation, it's about pouring your love and energy. It's about putting your own opinions into it. It's about giving yourself space to be able to see the bigger picture. What is the message you're trying to communicate? How can you support people that are going to learn from you? And you can also bring in some of the theories around learning, in that, you know, students learn in loads of different ways. So you're providing your resources. You need to think about people that learn in a visual way through videos and through handouts, people who learn in an auditory way, maybe through using podcasts or recordings, and people who learn kinesthetically, in that you give them physical actions and exercises that they do to bring the learning into the present moment, and for them to be able to understand how that feels. So you can bring in all of that theory of learning, and I got all of that knowledge from studying my PGCE for teaching adults in the lifelong learning sector, and that has really helped me to create what I think fully comprehensive resources. Now, the other thing that I do, I'll give you a few of my secrets in how I create my courses. I ask people to collaborate with me. So I bring in experts from other areas who can offer additional takes on baby massage to build up that knowledge bank to share. I also use videos like TED Talks, YouTube videos from experts around the world. And I start to embed those within my courses or put cross references for my students to go and investigate that. And in that way, students aren't just hearing my own voice all of the time. They're getting information from lots of different people, which helps them to build up a picture in their mind of how everything comes together. And I truly believe that you need many teachers in life. So I'm just one teacher for my student, and I give them a path to follow, and then they need to connect with other resources, other teachers, to expand and grow as well. And in that way you fully develop your knowledge and understanding of the subject. That's why I still every single year take a course on baby massage or mother and infant health and well-being, because I'm constantly looking to learn from other people, and all of those resources I then put back into my courses, which then enriches the experience for all of my students as well. So don't ever think as the teacher that your experience for learning and growth has finished. As a teacher, you should be constantly evolving and growing as well. So bringing in lots of different resources from people. Also think about fun ways you can delight your students within your courses, like embedding things like Spotify playlists, little affirmation cards. You can even send things out in the post to your students as a little surprise. You can send personalised messages, making sure you congratulate your students as they get through the course. So as well as being the course creator, you are also a cheerleader. You should be there to motivate your students to learn, and if they get stuck, you need to be there to be able to pick them up and give them the motivation to keep studying. So helping students to reconnect with their why. Why do they want to do this in the first place? Why is it important for them to reach their goal? And that's part of the job as well. So then what I do is I kind of map out what my course looks like. So I will divide it up into various different modules, and I give each module a title, and then as I go through each area, I might then break it down into smaller topics. So for example, on baby massage, there might be a module called professionalism, and then that would be broken down into things like ethics and boundaries, insurance, DBS checks. And by doing this, you don't overwhelm people with too much information at the beginning. So you want to have your set out a sort of course map with your broad topics at the top and then the subtopics underneath. And in every topic, think about ways that you can inspire and support your students to learn, and include lots of external links where you can, rather than just writing out other information. You can refer people on to the actual websites and places that they need to go and visit to do what it is that you ask them to. So rather than talking in a huge amount of detail about DBS checks, you might just want to refer them to a website which talks about that instead. And in that way, you're always referring people on to the most accurate, up-to-date, expert source of information, rather than summarising things for your students yourself. So I kind of do that, put it all together, and then I type it all out onto my computer in Pages, and then I upload it to my platform. So I use a platform called LearnDash, but there's plenty of platforms that you can use to teach. The most well-known ones are things like Kajabi or Teachable or Teachify, I think is another one, or Udemy is another one. So there's lots of places where you can put your courses in a marketplace to sell. So some of those platforms will take a percentage, and others won't. So for example, I have LearnDash, which is a platform inside my WordPress website. So it completely belongs to me, and I can adapt it and customize it in the way that I want to. And it's not going to be changed. For example, if Kajabi put up their prices and suddenly it becomes really expensive to host on their platform, with my setup, it's completely contained. I've bought the package, and there's no ongoing fees or ways that I've got more control basically about how my information is presented. And then kind of away you go really, and then you just go out there explaining in detail what exactly is included within the course. It's important if you've got something that needs accreditation, obviously, to get accreditation. So we are accredited by the Federation of Holistic Therapists and the Royal College of Midwives for our in-person course, and the IICT for our online courses. So if you need accreditation, that's normally quite a straightforward process. Find the accrediting body in your industry, make an application, submit your course so that they can see what you're doing, and then they should give you the accreditation you need, and that gives you obviously confidence and authenticity for your clients. And just be aware that if you do need your course accredited, often you will be required to do a teaching qualification yourself. So as I mentioned, I have a PGCE, but in terms of if you're just getting started, the program that is most popular is called DETLS, PETLS, KETLS, which are in essence 3 courses that prepare you to teach in the lifelong learning sector, and I believe that they are City and Guilds courses. As I said, I've got a PGCE, so you can Google that. So if you do need to have a professional teaching qualification as part of your accreditation process, that's something you'll have to invest in separately. But if you're just doing a course for interest, for hobby, or expansion of knowledge, often, you don't need to do that. What I do, it has to be professionally regulated because it's really important and serious to have a good quality control on the teachers that are going out and working with mums and babies. So accreditation is something that I welcome. I actually love being evaluated and being assessed, because it's in that space that I can actually learn and grow and expand, because when people give you feedback, that's where you can reflect on it and grow. So it's actually quite a good process to be accredited and have your course looked at by someone externally as well. So that's what I wanted to share today in this video about course creation. If you have any more questions about this, pop them in the box below, or you can email me. If you'd like to see a little bit more about all the different courses that we run, obviously they're on the website blossomandberry.com, and we've got some special offers on this month, particularly our baby massage and yoga and mentorship mastery program, which is just running in January 2019, this month only. So if that's interesting to you, I'll pop the link above. And if you'd like to hear any more videos about how I've created Blossom and Berry and the process that I go through in creating courses and teaching plans and marketing and things like that, just let me know and I can create some for you. Okay, thanks for watching.